Oh, hi! Welcome to The Legend of Taylor, a Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast based on the music, memes, and lore of Taylor Swift. We welcome all listeners, so whether you're brand new to D&D, brand new to Taylor Swift, or experts at both, we're excited you're here. And now to meet our players and characters.
My name is Lauren Muir, and I play Ricky Shea, a tiefling ranger and warlock based on the song My Tears Ricochet. Ricky's pronouns are she, her.
My name is Daphne Miles. I play James Stormfury. She is a Mark of the Shadow Elf wizard. Her pronouns are she, her, and she is based on the song Mad Woman.
My name is Ray Uternatchet. I'm playing Reading, a forest gnome barbarian who's inspired by the song Change from Fearless. Reading is gender fluid, and today their pronouns are they, them.
Hi, I'm Casey Fisher. I play Saracen, a half-elf warlock. The character is inspired by Don't Blame Me, and his pronouns are he, him.
And my name is Lindsay Allen. I will be your dungeon master. Let's get into the game, but let's talk about what we did last time. You all took your sweet time taking out the guards in town in Harkness after you arrived. You stole their stuff, and then you finally headed up the path to Holiday House. There you found a very gothic mansion alone in the middle of a clearing with no guards posted anywhere that you could see near the entrances. But you did find several bronze statues of cobras waiting near the doors. As you approached, they rose up as if to attack, and they asked you for a password. And somehow, you were able to remember Rebecca in a vision whispering to you the word marvelous. When you said the word marvelous to the snakes, they stood down and the doors opened for you. You then spent a really long time searching the house.
Well, we're not going to clear the top floor? Come on.
You made a lot of noise. You found an entire library of research and books, including a small book on tieflings, which, if anyone's keeping track, brings Ricky's total number of books read to 10.
Yay! I thought that was 9.
No, she read the journal.
Oh, right.
that
The Changeling had.
Right,
That's
right. That counts, yeah.
You then finally headed down to the basement, the only area of the house left unexplored, and that's where you finally entered the Poet's Lab, which you had seen in many visions before then. And there waiting for you was the poet himself. Reading felt a tiny stab of something sharp in their back and heard a very familiar voice behind them, the voice of their dead sister, Claren, greeting them, saying hello. And that's exactly where we're picking up. Oh, it's worth mentioning that across the room, she's kind of far away, but you can see a table with a strapped down Rebecca Archer.
Oh.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The poet is next to her.
Poet is next to her.
Is it safe to assume that I don't recognize this person, the poet? I've not seen them before.
You have not seen them before.
Great.
Has James seen him before?
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
9.
No.
Okay.
He's pretty far down the room because he's next to Rebecca Archer, but he's wearing a really weird mask over himself. Nothing's really sparking for you.
Does Claren, she's still bleeding? She alive? Covered in dirt? What's going on?
What does she
no,
look like?
she
What
wouldn't
does she
be
look
covered
like?
in dirt.
Right.
We forgot
in-
to bury you, or bury you, as Lauren sometimes says.
Lauren says it like that all the time,
Yeah.
actually.
Really?
How you say it?
Yeah, she
How
always
you say
says
it?
bury.
I vacillate. Does Claren look alive and well?
So if you turn to look where Claren is currently has a dagger in your friend Reading's back, you'll notice that her body is changed and that you can now see the red veins that led from her heart, from where the necklace had been, traveling around her body.
Ooh.
You can see the whites of her eyes now have a red tint to them. But oddly, the rest of her skin is some sort of pallid gray color.
Oh.
God.
She's like a zombie.
She seemed particularly bloodthirsty.
Claren, you look great. So good to see you.
I feel like
What's up?
Ricky is frozen because this is about the point where I would normally throw a dagger,
Right.
but I keep getting yelled at for that. So I'm just waiting.
Has she wiped the acid off of herself?
Yes, she did at some point wipe the acid off of herself that did kill her in the first place.
Just saying.
Yeah.
She wasn't smart enough to do it the first time. I was just
True.
checking.
Did you actually say good to see you? You really said that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thought he might smooth things over.
Sure.
She'll mostly ignore
Yeah.
you, Saracen, but she will say, well, step forward. You're not going to want to miss the show. And she'll kind of prod Reading in the back.
None of us have tickets.
But you had an invitation.
That is fair.
We did have an invitation. But was it to this show?
We were here for Rebecca.
Yeah, we're here for the Rebecca Archer show, not for the poet show.
No.
She is going to say, it's time to step forward. And you'll see
After
the
you.
Nice.
Polite. Parenthetical.
Y'all are so polite.
Sensing we don't really have a choice.
You're right.
She keeps the dagger in Reading's back and she reaches behind herself
like that.
where her axe is and pulls it out. She says, I said fucking walk forward.
Maybe you should be a little nicer to your brother, and we will.
Yeah.
She'll attack you.
Whoa!
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Whoa! Hey!
I mean, we pushed Lindsay to this. This is us.
Yeah.
I just
Not
want to
fault.
remind everyone, we were talking.
Yeah.
Claren attacked.
Yeah.
We didn't start the fight.
I was saying be a bit kinder to our friend Reading
Right.
here.
We were
and
having
we
a
will move forward
conversation.
of our own volition, not attack James.
Does a 13 hit you?
That is my armor class.
Okay. She basically reaches back with the hand that's holding the dagger and backhands you.
Rude.
Take 3 points of damage.
Flesh
All
wound.
right.
And the poet yells, bring them up here already.
James spits blood on the ground and does start to walk forward.
Okay.
Yeah, because we all walk forward.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you get about halfway-ish.
Do we see anyone else in the room, or is it just the three of them?
Roll a perception check for me.
All of us
Do
are
it,
just...
so-
You can all roll it if you want.
That's a nat 1 for James.
Cool.
Ricky got an 11.
18 for Saracen.
Reading out of 4.
So, James, you're still wiping blood off your face. You're not paying attention. The rest of you, you're not seeing anyone else here. It's just a cozy meeting between you and the poet and Claren and Rebecca, who is strapped to a table. As you approach, the poet kind of finishes fiddling with the metal device that's on Rebecca's head. With your 18, you can see Rebecca looks woozy. She looks very weak. She looks not really all there as you get a little closer. But the poet himself, he finishes up with what he's tweaking on her head, and then he turns and he's like, this is good. I usually don't have an audience for this, but it feels very fitting. We all know Rebecca Archer likes to perform. And so,
Before you do anything,
Wait. What is he talking about?
what is this?
Exactly.
Point of interest.
What is happening?
this is my lab.
And what are you doing to this poor woman?
Well, Ricky Shea.
Don't full name her.
Ricardo Shea.
It's really not short for anything.
Ricardo and Saracen's mulling that. Oh.
You look like a Ricardo.
It's really not short for anything.
Oh, okay. He will look at you and say, well, Ricky Shea, I'm actually surprised you're asking me because I thought you had a higher clearance from your work in the Karma Squad. And you hear Claren like snort behind you like, no, she was way low level.
Wow.
I'm not offended by that.
She says, gritting her teeth.
I don't want to be a high level bad guy. I left because we do things that look like this, which seems pretty scary and bad. So I'm going to ask again, what are you doing to this poor woman?
I'm winning a war and you get to witness it.
The war ended. Did you not get the memo?
It's ending now.
It's been ended. It ended like a year ago.
I forgot that people like you, they just don't understand. His eyes turn to you, James, and he's like, it is lovely to have you back, James Stormfury. I think we still have a lot of good work ahead of us.
I think I don't want anything to do with you.
But that doesn't matter right now, because right now you're here to witness.
Well, wait a second. How did James get out when she was here the first time? Saracen's buying time. I don't know.
Well, you know what we didn't do that we really should have done was figure out a fucking signal for when I'm allowed to throw things.
Right.
We didn't do that.
Well, I thought we did a while back.
Did James like get away from you? Are you embarrassed by this? Is this like your own failure walks into the room?
James is
my
smirking.
He kind of approaches you a little bit, and his footsteps are heavy because he is very tall and he's wearing a lot of equipment, and he has like a metallic echo to him when he moves. So it's an experience to have this large man walking towards you. And so he approaches you, Saracen, is like, interesting. I didn't realize she had called you too. But still a show. We can still finish what we're starting here. Don't worry. And he turns around and he strides back.
Can I do detect thoughts as...
You can try, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Part of his telepathy feat. I can use it once per long rest. What it does is, for the duration, 1 minute, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell as an action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 lower, it doesn't work. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into that same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target gets a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight that deeper the probing into its reasoning, emotional state, something that looms large in its mind. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind. Should have read that far. And unless you shift your attention
Do it anyway.
to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action. It can shut down the spell if it does an intelligence check. But I have to probe hard to really do that.
Do it.
He's going to do it anyway.
Are you laughing at probing hard?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You get a topical level automatically, and then if you want to go deeper, they
Map
make
one
a
away.
wisdom save.
And real quick, you said this feller said to me, I didn't realize she had called you too. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, Saracen wants to know a little bit more about that. I don't know if the topical penetration's gonna get that far, but we're gonna find out.
Not a good enough reason to use the word penetrate.
So you detect his thoughts, you get those automatically. You get a sense of anticipation. You get like the faint whiff of kind of oil. You get the sense of satisfaction of this is all gone exactly according to plan, and that he is, while not a joyful person, he is very pleased right now to be in this particular situation.
Okay. Let's push harder, right?
You pushing harder?
Yeah, why not?
And I think what Saracen is wondering is this guy's plan. What literally is going to be next steps to try to get and stop it?
What's your DC?
13.
He had a 14.
No.
He had a -1 in wisdom too, so I was like, this might work. Sorry. So you push a little harder, and he senses that, and you feel like this like kind of ajar door of thoughts that you had been sensing slams shut, and he turns to you and
And I go, that was me.
and he's gonna say, don't worry, I'll definitely want that one. And then he'll turn back.
Too late. Once per long rest. We're going to have to wait 8 hours at the minimum.
So I'm gonna go rest.
Can we see what's holding Rebecca in place?
It's literally she's strapped to the table. Like it's like thick leather and thick metal just conjoining to keep her there.
And it's around like torso,
It's
waist.
several of them. So torso, waist, thighs, legs, arms. Like she is.
Tightly bound in there.
And she's conscious even if she's like weary.
She's very woozy,
Woozy.
is how I would describe
Okay.
her. Like, and everything you've seen in visions leading up to this point, like this woman has had something done to her.
Yeah.
And so you know she's been weak. You know she's been through something. You know it's not good.
I have a guess, probably.
Maybe.
Though James doesn't know everything that happened to her, she does know that what was being done to her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When you woke up,
Yeah.
you were missing magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a far leap.
And do we know what Rebecca's powers and stuff are?
You know, she's a famous bard.
Right.
So if you know bard powers.
She's an Asimar, right?
Her lineage is an Asmar.
Okay.
We also have a bunch of her charms, some of which we don't know what they do.
The majority of which
Yeah.
you don't know what they do.
Only 2 we don't know what they do.
Okay, so not majority because there's 5.
Yeah.
Right.
So, way to math.
We don't know what the heart does and we don't know what the ivy leaf does. But not for lack of trying.
Yeah, but
Well,
what we
lack of
didn't
tr-
do
yeah,
is,
you're right, we
cast
tried.
a spell with
Right.
it.
Listen.
Yeah.
That's what we needed to do.
You didn't try to use it at any point.
Sure,
And you
sure.
didn't try to ask anyone if they could, say, identify it to tell you what it was.
That seems like
that
a
true?
lot of things.
I asked everyone at this table if they could identify it.
One of us tried.
They said no. No one has that ability. Immediately gave up.
That's fair.
Ricky wants to ask, like, is there anything we can do to stop you from doing whatever the fuck this is?
He is striding towards what you can now tell is like a large lever set into this lab near where Rebecca Archer is currently strapped down. So as you ask, like, is there any way we can just like stop you?
Yeah.
Or you can...
Is there anything I can offer, anything I can do?
He'll stop at the lever and he will look at you and he will say, stop me. This is what my entire life has been leading up to. And then he will flip the switch.
Whoa.
I throw the dagger.
Not yet, you don't. And everything around you is now crackling with energy. There's various sort of devices lining the room that come to life, and now there is sort of lightning flicking everywhere. The sound of like zoom of something turning on. The colors are purple and this chartreuse and orange and all of them a blue kind of mixed together as everything powers up, and Rebecca starts to like scream in pain. And I'm going to need Reading and Saracen and Ricky to give me a strength saving throw. The DC is 13.
9.
3.
14.
Okay. So Reading, you're very tough. The rest of you are also tough in different ways. But as you're standing there watching this entire lab kind of come to life with energy swirling and electricity, these devices that are sort of lining, the ones that you are all nearest to, zap out towards you.
Whoa.
And so Reading, you feel the energy rush through your body and you are able to shake it off.
Nice.
Unintentional. And so you are fine. The other two, because you failed, you take 7 points of damage.
Sheesh.
We are going to go into initiative right now.
Oh.
Great.
So we got that going for us.
Okay.
All right, James.
18.
Reading.
2.
Ricky.
11.
Saracen.
7.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So energy is now swirling around you all. Rebecca is screaming, strapped down. Claren is still behind you. So you're in a situation.
Yeah.
James, you're up first.
And she's gonna run ahead and she's gonna say, "Stop, you're killing her." Do I get any sort of reaction from him?
He's not paying attention to you guys at all. His eyes are completely on Rebecca and where she is. But I will say, because you moved,
Yeah.
you incurred an opportunity attack from the Crimson Clover who's behind you.
Hey, she's behind Reading.
Right, yeah.
She's behind both of you.
I'm
She
blocking.
smacked you. That means she's
I'm
within.
blocking.
Okay.
Yelling isn't your action, right?
No.
Okay.
No, that was
No, but
that
she
was mine.
stepped forward.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
stepped forward.
Out of melee. 9.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. James is gonna throw a chromatic orb right at the poet.
Okay.
She's gonna throw acid damage. So this 4-inch diameter sphere of purple, bulbous, gassy, bubbling
Grossness.
forms into the palm of her hand, and she hurls it at the poet. 17.
17 misses.
What?
Thought you were gonna one-shot one of my guys again?
Yikes.
Bonus actions? Any more movement?
I don't think I have any other bonus actions.
Claren's turn. She is going to lean towards you, Reading. She's going to say, I'm so excited you're here because you get to witness his genius at work. You get to see all the amazing things we've been working for, Reading. You finally get to see the truth and what we could do and what we could become if you could just, if you want to join.
Reading is going to ask a question. Why is your skin all gray?
She'll kind of roll her eyes at you because, she's a sister. It's what we do. She'll say, Reading, I'm trying to tell you, you're in the presence of greatness. You are in the presence
Grayness? That was a little range.
You are in the presence of power of which you have never seen and will never see again. And I'm so excited you get to see it. And you get this weird flash within you, which is familiar. You've felt it before. You get this odd flash of emotion that's like excitement.
Excitement.
Yeah. But that's all she's going to do this round. It's the poet's turn. He saw you toss the chromatic orb at him and miss, and he's gonna be like, James, I do remember you. And he'll reach for his wrist, where you'll see a bracelet with a charm.
And what kind of charm is it?
Roll perception.
So good at perceiving things. 9.
Okay. You can't see what kind of charm it is.
Okay.
Roll me a wisdom save.
19.
He reaches for the charm and he's like, I do remember who you are. You're crazy. And he touches the charm and you feel this power, like something enters your body and suddenly your mind is that familiar fragment of what it was when you were captive. Like it's as if your mind is both blank and too full at the same time, and you can't keep thoughts in your head, and you can't remember names, and you don't know where you are or who you are or what people are or what magic is. You don't know anything. You lose complete sense of yourself, and then it all swirls and funnels right back into this strong sense you have of who you are. And the spell
Can I say something to him?
dissipates. Yeah.
You really shouldn't call women crazy. And she like blinks it away and is like, Poof.
We'll say that's his action. And then you see, he goes, oh, clever. And then he kind of gestures with his hand, and you see on either side of you, they're basically like medium dog size metal scorpions.
Oh.
And they kind of click, 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 click as they step out from where they had been stationed underneath the stairs in this very large lab. And they just watch you. And that's going to be it for his turn. So now it is...
There's a lot of things in this room to fight.
It's not great. The situation is not great.
Not great.
It's not the best. Ricky Shay.
Can you tell me how far away I am from him?
50 feet.
And if I were to take a few steps forward, that's not going to incur an opportunity attack just by walking past that thing. Because I'm not close enough to it for that.
You
to
are
be the
not
rule.
close enough to that thing. So unless you literally veer right toward it and then move away, you should be good. And
Okay.
Claren's not near you right now.
I would like to step forward to be within 30 of him. And then I'm going to cast, for the first time, my Hexblade's Curse, which is a bonus action. Once per short rest, as a bonus action, I choose one creature that I can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute or until it dies, I die, or I'm incapacitated. Against the cursed target, I get a +2 bonus to damage rolls. I score a critical hit on a 19 or 20, and I get 4 hit points back if it dies. He is cursed.
My guy's cursed.
I don't like the, if I die.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
And then it's my first turn. I'm a Dread Ambusher, so I will get 2 attacks.
Okay.
And if I hit him, I deal extra damage as well, because it's my first hit.
Fantastic.
I'm going to start and throw a dagger. Does not hit. It was a 3 on the die. So now we're going to go to longbow
Okay.
for the second attack. There we go. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Great.
Not that mean.
We're in the range, guys. We're in the range, okay?
Yeah. And then I get an extra d8 of damage.
Okay.
I also get +2 from my curse. 9 damage.
Does that complete your turn?
Unfortunately...
Sarashin. You got a little zapped.
Yeah, so Sarachen's going to move away from the zappy.
Probably a good idea.
Rebecca looks like she's in pain.
Yeah, very much so.
She's screaming.
She is screaming. She was already very woozy. She's not looking good at all.
So on the map, it looks like all the Tesla sort of glowing orbs. The Nikola Tesla, not that Tesla.
Thank you. I was going to say that again.
Yeah. Those glowing orbs like have wires going out of them, and it looks like on the map the wires go to the operating table that Rebecca is laying on.
Yes.
Saracen would like to shoot his agonizing blast at those cables.
Okay. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I'll let you aim for a cable.
On the map, it looks like there's a junction area.
I love the way you're thinking.
The junction box.
A little junction-y.
I'll let you shoot at the junction box. Why not?
Okay.
Let's make it a
24
24. I'll
to
hit it.
hit. 8 force damage plus 2 fire damage from Genie's Wrath.
I mean, you saw it hit the junction box and spark a little and then flame and smoke a little bit. So you definitely hit it. But the energy around is still swirling. It's still building. Rebecca is still not good.
Also, Makalari was summoned last session. He's been chilling with us.
Okay.
Makalari would like to turn invisible
Excellent.
and move.
Okay.
That's not that.
No, I love this plan.
Yep.
Abracadabra, invisible.
Floop.
And then Makalari's flying speed is 40 feet.
Okay. You can get to her.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Makalari is right at Rebecca, but the action was to turn invisible and move, so.
Okay. Does that complete both of your turns?
Yeah.
Scorpion's coming for you.
The scorpion's coming for me?
He clicks over towards you since you're the one that hit its boss.
Yeah, well.
Interesting. Well, it rolled total an 18.
Natural 13.
But it rolled which I think is it my first natural 13? Or
It might be, yeah.
That's crazy. Made it all the way this way.
I know. Ray and I roll them every time.
I know. I feel like
Every
it's
single one.
always
You and Ray.
happening. I think reading is still blue.
Reading.
Claire
yeah.
has not mentioned it, by the way.
Claire's not
Kind of
mentioned.
rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really rude,
You asked
actually.
about her skin color.
Yeah, she was all join the evil people.
Yeah.
She's got an agenda. She's got a focus. Does an 18 hit Ricky?
Yeah.
Take 5 points of damage. Then I guess let's roll this 13 start.
Please let the scorpion swag, sir.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a little odd. It's the wind blows your hair around very strongly, catching on a nearby object and pulling at that object because it's the moment in the tour.
Yeah.
But as a scorpion, it probably means that its tail gets like violently whipped in the wind, and honestly, probably it either knocks into you or it gets caught on a cable.
It
So,
probably gets caught on a cable.
Yeah.
I
That
think.
sounds like what it does.
I feel like we got a roll for it. Odds, it's you. Evens, it's a cable. That was a 4. So its tail is
Cable.
caught on a cable.
Okay, well,
We'll say it has to spend its next action on its next turn, removing its tail from the
Take
table.
that, Scorpion.
Silly scorpion. So then it's the other scorpion's turn. He's gonna go, looks at Claren, and then turns and goes for James. So he'll try to bite you. 10.
that does not hit.
Okay. Reading. Your sister's like, hey, look at this cool show.
I feel like
Look at all
reading
these
has a lot of
colors."
questions.
I'll let you ask maybe 2 questions.
Okay. Claren, 10 years ago, you left to go to a damn food festival in the neutral zone because we both love food. And you were going to tell me about all the great food you were going to try and maybe bring back some for me. Instead, you did.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is your entire backstory just you trying to find her because she was supposed to bring you back food?
It is.
have such a
I'm mad. What happened to all the great food you were supposed to bring me?
Honestly, never related to a character more than this.
I understand you on a soul level.
But instead, you just disappeared. And now we find you working for Diamond Sky. I didn't get a chance to ask you before because we killed you. But I get to take this chance now, even though you're some sort of weird zombie red vein creature. I don't quite understand what the F happened. Where's all the food you owe me? But I don't understand. Why are you here? This doesn't make no sense to me.
You're right. You guys did kill me, and I did not like that. Rating, I went to the food festival, and that's where I met some people from Diamond Sky. And they said, hey, do you want to join something greater than a food festival? Greater than your life back home? Greater than everything you've ever known or been a part of? And I said, this food isn't very good, so yes. This has been a very disappointing festival. I would like to go and find something greater than this. And so they brought me to Diamond Sky and they taught me what they were doing. They showed me the evil ways of the magic users. And then I met the poet. And I know at first it's hard to understand how incredibly powerful and amazing he is. But you need to trust me. If you give him time, to explain, if you open your mind to understanding the work he's doing here, you too will understand that what is happening here is going to change the world for the better. And this is your chance, Reading. I've been telling him all about you and how strong you are and how you won second place in that axe throwing contest, which, let's be honest, was rigged. And so
I still have my trophy.
it's a good reminder, but like, you can be better, you can do better, and I'm telling you right now, this is your chance, Reading. He can show you how great you can be.
This doesn't feel good to me, and the fact that you joined this society, this tortured poet society, it's just
It's a department.
it feels bad. Can Reading like grapple her? Like, I don't know if I want to kill her. Is there a way to like take her down without killing her?
You can try to grapple her. You can also, if you'd like, attack with a melee weapon and say that you're pulling your punches so that you would knock her out instead of killing her.
Yeah, I could try that.
Okay. And as you turn to attack, she'll be like, "Wait, are you blue?"
Finally, you noticed. 12.
All right. So you swing your axe towards her after this, and she easily ducks out of the way. She's Reading. I tried. It's in front of you right now. The greatness of the poet and everything that he could show you. And you feel it again, this like weird emotion that is clearly not yours. That is once again anticipation and excitement, but also like this odd love that was there. Does that complete your turn?
That completes my turn.
Okay. You're back at the top. James, what do you want to do? Rebecca is screaming.
I want to stab with my dagger this little scorpion that's next to me.
Okay.
Just to clear myself a path.
Sure, yeah.
12?
12 misses.
Okay, great.
It is important to point out it's made of metal.
I'm going to throw my other dagger then at whatever the wires that are coming to the helmet of the contraption on her head. She's not aiming for her head. She's aiming for the wires that are connected.
I understand if you roll an at one, you're hitting her.
Seems like I'm
Because it's on her head.
I know.
You will always run the risk of hitting her. Y'all just throw
I know, I'm like,
daggers.
no, yeah.
It'd be so funny if you kill Rebecca Archer.
I'm really nervous.
Good.
24.
24 hits.
Whoa.
Roll some damage.
All right. 6 points of damage.
Okay, so just remember your second dagger is over there.
Yep. Yeah, another one's still in my hand. Can she just say to the poet, like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't really know.
He doesn't look away from her. He is entranced by her and what is happening to Rebecca. He goes, "This has been my life's work. This has been everything. This is how you win wars. This is how you become power itself. And you should be excited to be able to see it."
You're hurting people. You're stealing their magic.
This is why they never understand. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Laren is gonna scoot around. She would have seen you throw the dagger, so she would go for James.
Sure.
And she's gonna swing her axe. So, 13?
That is my armor class, but I also have shield.
You gonna use it there?
I'm going to use it.
Yeah, do
Well,
it.
All
Yep, I'm
right,
throwing
mark
up
it
a shield.
off.
That spell.
Yep.
Starts to look like this is gonna slice right into you, and then a shield just appears right in time. Her great axe bounces right off of it. Doesn't hit anything.
James is going to look at her and shake her head.
It is the poet's turn.
Collective groan from the party.
He's way too distracted to do anything.
Yeah, he's watching Rebecca.
He's staring. Look how he's staring.
At this point, he does think you're kind of ruining his moment, to be honest. He's worked really hard for this, and he thought you guys would be very interested in seeing this whole thing go down.
He did?
Where did he get that impression?
So he is going to reach out with his hand towards Ricky, I think, because Ricky's closest. And he's going to cast Lightning Lure. Give me a strength saving throw.
Nope.
No?
It's an 11.
So he reaches out a hand towards you. Lightning shoots from his hand, wraps around your throat, and yanks you toward him.
Whoa.
You take 1 point of lightning damage.
Hellish Rebuke.
Great. That's a dex save, or that's...
Dex save.
Okay. You rolled an 18.
No! So what does he take any,
That was
or
very funny.
half? He takes half.
He takes half? All right,
Yeah.
so roll me some damage.
He takes 1.
Aww, we just traded.
There you go.
It's kind of cute.
I'm rolling terribly.
Oh, God.
And he will then look at you and be like, I see. You're worthy of more study. And then he will disappear from your sight.
Whoa!
No.
What?
And he's going to start working on some wires on her helmet that maybe got shot.
When that happened, did it have any, like, reaction? Did, like, her pain subside at all?
No. I would say her screams were probably getting weaker.
Okay.
Doesn't
But just
seem good.
because of the pain she's in?
Maybe.
Okay.
Ricky, it's your turn.
Can you show me where the lever is?
Yeah, flick the switch.
If I wanted to go do that, would that be my whole action?
If you're going to flip the lever, it's going to be your action, yes.
Mage hand.
I don't have mage hand.
Oh.
But I can still do a bonus action.
Yes.
I'm gonna run and try to flip the lever.
It is going to be a strength check. It's a heavy lever,
Uh-huh.
so it's going to be hard to flip.
She's a tiefling. They're strong.
I'm not saying she's not strong. I'm preparing her to yell at me if she fails to save. It's going to be a DC 17.
It's not gonna do it.
Okay. So you pull and pull, but this thing is like the guy is huge, so
Yeah.
he's strong, but it's also, it's attached to so many mechanisms. It's so complicated. It's all of that it is hard to just tuck.
Yeah.
Bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him
Okay.
as my bonus action.
Great.
And then just like as a fun, just like a thing,
Yeah.
can I guess the Changeling song?
Sure.
Is it Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus?
It is not.
Really?
Really?
I thought I had that.
Dang.
I thought you had it too. You were so
Well,
confident.
because it's like the decade.
Yeah.
I changed into Goddesses, Lovers, and Fools,
Oh,
change
yeah.
plans, and like I was like, this is it.
No. Is it?
So sad.
I look in people's windows.
That's another option.
It is not.
All right, well, there goes my hope at re-rolling that strength check. Is my turn over, or can I shout to somebody?
I'll let you shout. You didn't talk to anyone.
I want to shout to you guys. Help me pull this lever.
Saoirse, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Would like to help pull a lever. He looks a little far away, though. He'll do Misty Step, which is a bonus action.
Ooh.
Great.
So that'll cover
30 feet.
30, gets him right by Ricky, and then he'll traverse the remaining distance on foot. Is she still pulling? How's that work? I'm going to pull as my action.
If you pull on your action, you will roll a strength check to see if you can beat the DC 17. If you want to help and give her advantage on her next strength check, then you would say, I'm going to use my action to help her. And then on her next strength check, she would get advantage.
I don't mind you rolling.
Yeah,
for
it's the
it,
same exact.
honestly.
We're just
Yeah.
either spreading it out or... Okay. Saoirse will try to pull the lever.
Great. It's a 17.
Doesn't make it 12.
Still not budging.
Thanks for trying.
No problem. Can he also speak this turn?
Sure.
He's going to speak via telepathy
Okay.
into Claren's head. Don't worry, it's not going to work.
Okay.
It might.
All right.
Trying to emulate the metallic voice of the poet,
Yes.
he's going to say into Claren's head, Claren, it is me, the poet. I changed my mind about everything.
Yes.
Whatever I do or say, don't believe me. These are good people. Help them pull the lever.
Yes.
I don't know why you said that wasn't going to work.
If we combined our powers, so I could mimic a voice,
Yeah.
that would be so helpful.
I mean, that was pretty perfect.
I thought it was great. I think this should
10
work.
out of 10. I don't know how she doesn't just revalue her life right
Yeah,
now.
I don't see a reason why this wouldn't work.
No.
DM.
Right?
Right.
My hope is that she's less intelligent because she's a zombie or something.
Right, yeah. You don't know what's behind those red eyes.
I guess roll a persuasion check.
Oh, yes.
Or deception if that one's higher.
Both the same. So here we go.
Okay.
Could have been good, but it's a 9.
That's not going to do it, unfortunately. So you speak in her head. She'll like glance around as if trying to find you, but not worried or scared or anything. Just like, what is this voice in my head? I think we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Makalari's turn?
Yes.
Makalari's turn.
So Makalari's right above Rebecca, and the poet's right there fixing some wires, right? Makalari is invisible. She turns visible when she attacks. I think this might do it. Just to clarify, I'm guessing the poet's hands are delicately like trying to splice wires back together or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Makalari, as a raven right now, would like to bite using her beak.
Okay.
Can Makalari go for the wires and the poet's hand?
No,
Make
I'm going
a
to make you
choice.
aim for one, yeah.
Yeah, I think because she has poison that she'll go for the hand
Okay.
of the poet. So that is 16 to attack with invisibility.
I'll give you advantage.
Yeah.
9.
So she goes to peck his hand, reveals herself in it, misses. What else would you like to do?
Caw, what am I doing here? And fly. That's going to be an opportunity attack?
Sure is, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So 22.
That does it.
Okay, it's 2 points of damage. He basically,
Okay.
he's working on the wires, and she tries to peck at him, and he just backhands her
Jesus.
Hey.
to get her out of there.
Whoa.
And that is Makalari's turn.
As you do that, the energy in the room grows and grows. Again, it's crackling, and all the little devices that are everywhere, including the device on Rebecca's head, once again spark. None of you are close enough to them to get anything, but they spark again. Rebecca screams again. And then my scorpions. That one's going to come first. Sershin skitters over towards you. It's going to attempt to sting you. 6.
No.
Other one is going to go for James. 23.
Well, that hits.
Great. 7 points of damage.
Cool.
It's rating. It's your turn.
I guess I'm watching these scorpions attack everyone, so there's one right in front of me, right?
Yeah. It's
guess
been
I'll-
attacking James.
I guess I'll try to smash that with my great axe.
Okay.
13.
13 misses.
Yeah, I figured.
Any bonus actions or anything?
Can I go in a rage in my bonus action?
You sure can. That complete your turn?
That completes my turn.
All right. We're back to the top, James.
Start
James.
rolling better.
I know. I want to move within 30 feet of the lever.
Okay. Let's give my guy an opportunity to try to spite you. 17.
That does hit.
Great. 9 points of damage.
Jesus.
Dang.
Okay. I have 11 hit points left, everybody.
Great.
She's going to try and mage hand the lever.
Okay. So you send Mage Hand toward it.
Yeah.
Mage Hand is not strong enough.
Well,
Period. To do this.
shit. Would I not have known that?
You should have known that because it can only do like 10 pounds, and you watched both of your friends struggle with the lever.
Literally came up last session.
Yeah,
when we were,
it did.
But how
We've
is
talked
the
about
lever-
it.
How is
Yeah.
a lever more than 10 pounds?
We've both talked about
Yeah.
it, and she watched you guys do it, and so
damn it.
I knew that's what she was going to do.
we're level 4 now. I'm gonna not be so,
So
nice
mean.
about certain
That's so
things.
mean.
So,
I contest that.
I like that you describe yourself as nice about things.
Yeah, you're not.
I am very nice about things.
No.
One, you're all still alive.
We are alive.
For some of us, that is barely.
Yeah, I've got 11 hit points.
You have the heart charm?
Yeah,
I was thinking that's a healing charm,
yeah.
right?
Charms are an action to use.
Right.
All right.
I'm going to drink a healing potion with my bonus action.
Great.
9 points.
Okay.
Undid that last hit, at least.
Does that complete your turn?
That completes my turn.
It's Clarence's turn. On her turn, she's going to look at you reading. She's going to look you in the eye and say, if you are not with me right now, then you are against me forever. What's your choice?
I'm with you. And I've got my fingers crossed behind my back.
Yeah!
Roll a deception for me, please. It's going to be against her.
Oh boy. 12.
She rolled an 8.
Yes!
Yes!
She says, okay, I'm glad to hear it. And then she will run towards James. She's gonna yank like your arm around to look at her, and now I need you to make a Constitution saving
Me?
throw. Yeah.
That would be a 6. What? No, that's a lot of
That's
dice.
a lot of dice there.
She pulled you around to look at her, and you look in her eyes, and you feel something about her gaze kind of enter through you and into your soul and kind of rot it away a little bit. And you take 5 points of damage. And then it is the poet's turn. He finishes up with fixing the wires, and he takes a step back, and he was like, it's finally happening. And the power everywhere, like, surges up, and you get the sense that you are very much losing your opportunity here to help Rebecca. We'll call that his turn. He's very enamored of what's happening here. Ricky, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at him, I think.
Okay. Shoot an arrow at him. Oh, man. I can see it from here.
This dice is out.
Y'all are running out of dice.
I really am. That did not hit.
It was a 2 for those listening at home.
I think I'm gonna yell to James that maybe there's a bracelet to use on this man.
You haven't tried using yours.
No, like
You have one.
I know, but you have one and we know what it does.
Yeah.
We don't know what mine does.
Fair.
If I get desperate, that might be my move.
Fair.
But I'm a little concerned it's going to be like, it'll be like Mage Hand, and then we're just nothing.
That would be really funny.
It would be. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I am saying, if I hit him, I deal so much extra damage to him. I just can't fucking hit him.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, Sarashin, your turn.
Sarashin. He was glancing back, saw reading tell a very convincing lie. So let's try to capitalize on that. Let's do some telepathy speaking again.
Okay. All right.
So she's softened
Okay,
by other lies in the room.
Tell me.
Glaring.
Tell me what it is.
What are you doing? Me again. The poet. Listen, hun. Yeah, I saw the reading thing. All under control here. Go upstairs. I've got it under control. I'm going to keep making it look for appearances like I'm fighting, but I don't want you to act upon that. Just go upstairs. I've got it handled. Okay? Not if you hear me.
Claren's gonna like turn around and she's gonna look you dead in the eye, Sarah.
He's going to look down. What?
And she's gonna say, "How has no one killed you yet?"
And irate at that slight, he's going to yank the lever to power it down. Anyone give me guidance?
I'm not there, or I would.
Ricky shouts, guidance.
Okay, so with guidance,
Yeah, that's how that works.
16.
It almost feels like it's gonna give, and you're putting everything you have into it, and it just doesn't budge.
Okay.
That was really close.
That was very close. Is that it for your turn?
I guess
What's Makalari doing?
that's it. We're going to move over to Makalari.
Makalari hops on the lever.
I know.
Just one.
Just sits down. Yeah.
Just one to the roll.
Just nice and
therefore-
rides it right down.
I should have waited till, Well, what's Makalari's strength?
As a raven.
It's a -2.
There we go.
She can still do it.
She could.
Roll an
We got to
18.
believe. Is the poet still fucking around with those wires coming out of Rebecca's head?
No, he finished that.
Okay, well, let's try to undo that.
He's just watching. All right, attack some wires.
Yeah, she's going to do a little biting on some wires. No, she didn't. She did not do that either.
Okay.
It's a 3. Give her some credit. It's a 3. All
Okay,
right.
she pecks at it, gets a little zap. Squawks.
Yeah.
Fools, it only makes me stronger.
Does that complete your turn, Sarashin?
Or Makalari. Can Makalari move still?
Yeah, she's there, and
she
he
just
took a step back, so
did
she
bite.
wouldn't get an opportunity attack.
So she'll just fly over toward the lever.
Land right on it.
Yeah.
Add that +1.
That's what we're going to do. She'll be there for next
Does her
time.
weight do anything to it?
You'll find out.
What if the crow activated handle?
I know.
Crow's like a third of a pound. All right, so she flies over, and just as she does, you all hear the doors across the hall slam open, and a female voice go, "What are you doing? You said you'd wait until we got here."
Oh, no.
Who's this?
And in strides Queen Emma Grace
It is
Oh,
Queen.
it is the queen.
and her son, Prince Max.
Oh, he's back?
Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh, we might have to kill him
You can certainly
if we can.
try.
Oh boy.
So they storm in. You said you would call for us and wait for us. And the poet goes, there's no waiting for destiny.
Oh, God.
And the energy in the room grows and rises, and it crackles, and the lightning crashes, and everything is swirling, and Rebecca screams and screams and screams in pain. And then she kind of collapses to the table, the energy crackling around her body.
I hate this.
She very obviously, from what you can see, loses whatever life she had left in her and dies. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like it.
Got him right where we want him. We got this.
Thanks for listening. We cry a lot, but we are so productive. It's a podcast.
Should have let me throw my dagger.
To be fair, the DM didn't let you throw the dagger.
We would
No,
have
that's
let you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would be on board with it by now.